This is going to be another league with the vintage Enchantress brew that we had come up with a couple weeks ago now. We haven't gotten to play this one with the London Mulligan yet, so maybe it'll be slightly better. It's still very much a work in progress, that's for sure. So we're going to have to see how we feel, if this blue splash is worth it, if the Living Wish package is pretty good. We're going to have to test those kind of things as we go tonight. I mean, to me, the Living Wish package looks quite promising, though I still don't know if I want to keep going deeper on like a 15 card package, or do I still keep these 6 hate pieces and only have a 9 card package. Right now, it's really important to have 4 Stony Silence, 4 Rest in Peace in your deck, because PO apparently ended up on top of the Mulligan rule, so we have to be able to combat that when the time comes. I don't really have too much else to say about the brew. I haven't changed any cards since the last time. I was a little bit focused on working on the draw 7 PO list, and then I had other things happening with Anime Boston and such, so hasn't changed. But we're gonna see how it fares in a little bit of a more hostile. I don't really know how to describe the London Mulligan meta. More explosive meta, I guess. In the end, I've had a lot of fun the last couple times I tried playing this, so I just wanted to have a little fun tonight. I haven't been super on top of Vintage recently. I really do want the new cards to come out so we can have some fun brewing again. So let's get started with round 1. Maybe. Please. Ah, there it is. We got Gutter Shark waiting for us. Round 1, Vintage League. We've got Enchantress. We've got... this is... if Gutter Shark is on a graveyard combo deck, we've got a turn 1 Rest in Peace. If they're on a slower deck, we can put out Enchantress's Presence. If that doesn't work, we can Living Wish for Enchantress. And I really think that, barring a strong PO hand, this is a decent start here. So I think we're going to try to keep it. Obviously, if we get Thorned, we're dead, but that's also fine. Volcanic Island. In the jet. Young Pyromancer. Alright. So we're definitely going to run out our Enchantress's Presence to start. Is there any merit to anything else? With 2 Spirit Guides, we can Living Wish for Enchantress. But then we wouldn't be able to play Enchantress's Presence right after. I'm not really sure if that's great. Yeah, what up, Reva? No, I really don't think that's where we want to be. I think we want to start with Enchantress's Presence and see if this resolves. Alright, that does resolve, so... Opponent has 4 cards in hand, a Pyromancer in play. Let's see what we can do. That's a good start from our opponent. Time Walk is certainly powerful. So, I think we're just going to start by cantripping this Rest in Peace. I don't really like the idea of jamming out a Living Wish and then not being able to do anything with it. We'll just start here. See if we can't draw a Forest. We did draw a Forest. We didn't draw a basic Forest, which is a little concerning, but... We also can't get Snap Time Walked now, which is nice. be a mental misstep. Yeah, Sprawl does need a target, so this gets mental misstepped. Our opponent does have a decent sized clock, but if we can resolve the solitary confinement, we should actually be in a decent place. Obviously, solitary confinement and Sylvan Library, not a combo. Skipping draw step and all. But we do need to be able to resolve our solitary confinement, which I'm not super happy about doing. It's not going to be super easy to do, especially with our opponent holding up Hardcast Force. Ancestral. Alright, I'm willing to give that a shot. See if our opponent has another mental misstep. Pyroblast. Alright, well we can't get Hardcast Force now, so I do think I'm going to try to resolve the solitary confinement. We do resolve the solitary confinement. I don't think we have enough cards to keep going. It's going to be tough. If we resolve a solitary confinement now, we will draw off our solitary confinement, and we'll have to pitch either the card we drew or the Sylvan. If we Living Wish, it's not great for us. Don't think we'll die next turn, but I am worried about Hardcast Force of Will. Maybe we should just start with Sylvan Library. Could always Living Wish for Mentor, but it's going to be a little hard for us to go off with our Mentor. Living Wish for Sanctum, and then the white spell. No, that's not going to really help us. That puts us another card down, and what I'm worried about is cards with this solitary confinement. So trading this for a Sanctum isn't actually going to help for what I really want to be doing. It does help for casting spells, but I guess I have to choose between casting solitary confinement, casting library, or wishing for something. I'm not really sure what the answer is. I think I'm going to try going with the confinement. So next turn I can pitch this Wooded Foothills, and then I can resolve a Sylvan, which just draws a card. I guess that's not good enough. I can't really get Stony Silence. This might have just killed us. We're gonna have to draw pretty well, I think. I think this was a bad play. I don't think we have enough cards. If we draw like another Enchantress's Presence, we might get out of it. Sylvan Library, unfortunately, not a combo, because this will have us skip our draw step. This happens at the beginning of the draw step. So I think... our opponent does not know that this is not a combo, I don't think. But I guess I will take the win. I believe this isn't a combo. I could be wrong. At the beginning of your draw step, you do this and you draw extra cards, but this skips our draw step, so this should never happen. I think I made a mistake. I don't think I was supposed to play this card out. Because next turn we have to, pitch Living Wish, and then we can O-ring a Young Pyromancer, and that's not bad, but it's probably not good enough. I think what I was supposed to do is make a Living Wish for Mentor. Or just played Sylvan Library and then got into look at my top 3. That's probably the best thing. If I play Sylvan Library, I take 4, I go to 7, I could take more, I could go to... It's tough, I can't even draw 2 cards there, so... I'm not really sure. So... Do we want to board in anything in particular? Well, we don't really want Stony Silence, so we can try to find something better than Stony Silence. we can just play Rest in Pieces instead of Stony Silences, and then leave the rest as a wish board. None of these cards are particularly, you know, lights out versus Xerox, so I think it's better to have them in the wish board than to have them in the deck. So if we just trade out our Stonies for Rest in Pieces, which are slightly better, I think that'll be a good way to go about it. Yeah, I agree. Hashtag. I think it's pretty serviceable, especially against, you know, the delve spells and Snapcaster Mage. So clearly better than Stony Silence, obviously. This is a good hand for Xerox. How does this is this working for everyone? Can people see over here? I think that's a good way to do it. I can have 6 though, which is a great part about this deck. So if we don't get misstepped, Gutter Shark might not be on full. I mean, he might be trying to Grixis Xerox. It's a little bit unclear. Definitely gonna search a basic forest. Don't know if he has Wastelands or not. Let's put a Wild Growth on here and see if we can't make it to Enchantress's Presence next turn. Mental Misstep would be a little rough for us. Does have a Mental Misstep. It's unclear if we want Mental Missteps in our deck. I don't really want, like, dead cards for going off. The only problem. But it is pretty brutal for us whenever we get misstep. It's going to be a Pyromancer or it's going to be a Demonic Tutor. That can't be good for us. You can only assume that's an Ancestral. So hopefully we hit a basic land here, resolve a Wild Growth, and resolve a Sylvan Library. That would be the best play, probably. Unfortunately, not. Alright, well, our opponent's going to get to Ancestral, most likely. It's going to be a little rough for us. Ancestral it is. I guess we still technically can't cast Enchantress's Presence without another mana. Our opponent's doing Xerox things. It's probably going to be very hard for us to win this game, but we'll give it our best shot. Yeah, not an ideal draw, though. This can get us a Sarah's Sanctum. Which doesn't cast anything currently, so I don't think we're going to make that line. I think we're going to just jam a Sylvan Library start here. That's going to eat a Force, which is pretty much to be expected. Not much we can do about it with how far behind we are in mana. And cards. Hemlock. I don't see us winning this game. I don't think we have enough time. The one mental misstep really was enough to put us back. If we hit a land drop along the way, we would probably be in better shape. I'm interested what the black is for besides the Demonic Tutor. Alright. What's the best way to go about this? Probably just cast the Enchantress's Presence. We're not going to be able to get to worship in time, it doesn't look like. I wonder if we should play that, like, Doomwake Giant. It's possible we want that in our wish board. To buy us some time. It's definitely possible. So here it wouldn't be fast enough. So if I can resolve Living Wish next turn and Utopia Sprawl, I can Sanctum for 4. We're getting closer, but our opponent does have 5 cards in hand, and we'll have Hardcast Force. And anytime they draw a Snapcaster, they have Snap Walk, which is almost lethal. Now is lethal. So 2, 4, so they have no bolts. We have 2 turns. 2, 4, 7 total. I think our best play is to jam this Worship and then try to untap and wish and play a Enchantress. So not super likely, but what's the if we do it a different way? Yo, what's up, girl? Congrats on the pretty good finish in at the GP, at the motherfucking Magic Fest. I was rooting for you guys. All right, so if we don't get lightning bolted, we get another turn. All right, we got lightning bolted. Oh, we got pyroblasted. Yeah, now we're dead. Okay. 3, 2, 2, 4, 7, 9. All right, we did. Yeah, it's a good run. I haven't played in a GP. It feels like forever. I think my next GP will be Providence. Play some team limited. Just run this back. It's not easy. It's not easy. Definitely not easy. I couldn't convert a 10-0 start to a top 8, so I feel that pain. 25th is a good run. That's a really good placing. So no problems there. Yikes. Can't do that. This one's better. I think I am going to just... I think I'm going to bottom one of the wild growths. I think I'm just going to start by doing an abundant growth and see if I can't bait a misstep. Alright, no misstep it is. Awesome. I like reading tournament reports. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna just jam this Rest in Peace in there. Ooh, never mind then. Yeah, good luck. Have fun. Let's get this Enchantress in play instead. If they don't have a Force of Will. If they have a Force of Will, then I probably would get countered. But they can't always have a Force of Will. Just not how Magic works. See if we get a Young Pyromancer, though. Does have a Young Pyromancer. Alright, so... Oh, wow, Living Wish. Maybe I do want a Doomwake Giant. I think we'll start by doing a bunch of cantripping. I actually am going to lead off... I guess I can still Wild Growth and be okay to continue if it gets misstepped, so no problems with doing that. Ooh, the Sylvan Library. Is that better than casting Rest in Peace here? Actually, what we could do is we could Living Wish for Sarah's Sanctum. And then Sarah's Sanctum is 2 white, cast Rest in Peace. Really gonna get us going. I don't know if that's the way we want to approach this, but it could be. We could easily Living Wish for a Mentor at some point and go off like that. Let's just start with an Abundant Growth. I guess at this point we could get trapped. But that's fine. I'm gonna draw so many cards this way. Alright, I'm gonna deploy Rest in Peace. I don't think we need a Sylvan Library in play. Pearl, huh? Pearl doesn't really do anything right now. I think I still will play it to play around like Trap possibly later. So, unless our opponent has a really strong sequence here, I think we should be in an okay shape. I think what we're going to try to do is resolve Sylvan Wish and then resolve Monastery Mentor. Did I say Sylvan Wish? Close enough. I'm going to float this so I don't have to, so I can F6 and not get dacked. Ice Whisper, interesting. So, I might not Living Wish this turn. I might try to build up even higher with this Enchantress, but now I have 6 mana. They could easily have a Forcible at this point. I think we're going to start with Enchantress's Presence. Fine. This might eat the Force. That leaves me with 3 mana. That's fine. Oh, that resolved. I guess this could eat a Mythal Misstep as well. That's too many Rest in Pieces. And too many lands. Interesting. I'm down to resolve this right now. I think that's fine. Held the Misstep. Alright. That works for me. Hopefully, next turn, we can resolve a Living Wish. If we can't resolve the Living Wish, we're in a little bit more trouble. I guess I'm going to have to shrink this. Oh, they know we have a Living Wish. I don't really know what the best way to do this is. Put it over here, maybe? Our opponent's board is getting quite large. But we draw 2 cards for every spell we cast, so... A thing we could do is Living Wish for Sacrosanctum as well. We do get a Sylvan Library, so that's going to help. We have a Sylvan Library and a Fetch Land if we don't want a Sacrosanctum. If we get 2 wishes, I guess we could always go for Gaddock Teague. We're running out of time, though. That's for sure. Alright, what do we have on top of our library here? We have our own Sacrosanctum, so... Problem with Sacrosanctum is if Living Wish does not resolve, we have to get through all of our cards. I think we're still like top, drawing Sanctum, trying to I don't think we're drawing 1 extra here. I think what we're going to try to do is resolve this Living Wish. Oh, that doesn't shuffle my deck, huh? That's unfortunate. Of course that doesn't shuffle my deck. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to resolve is the problem. Sacrosanctum doesn't... Sacrosanctum should be able to actually draw us through those cards. It shouldn't matter. Alright, I'll make sure I shuffle my sideboard, Van. Thank you for that help, though. I appreciate that. So, this is kind of a must counter, I think, from our opponent. Unless they think they're just going to counter the Mentor on the way out. Can we cast Emrakul? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, they forced Living Wish. It's kind of where we thought we would be here. So we can either play Sarah Sanctum and draw through those cards, or fetch them away. Currently 6, 8, 10 damage on board. I think we should just Sanctum and start playing Rest in Pieces. We can start with one like this. That will draw us to 2 of these. And then Sarah Sanctum makes an extra mana. Start with a Rest in Peace, because that doesn't cost any green. Currently, we're bottlenecked on green. I guess we could have started with an Enchantress's Presence. That might have been slightly better, actually. Yeah, it was probably slightly better. Alright, we hit Solitary Confinement. So, as long as we can try to bait a counterspell from our opponent. Currently, we have 6 mana. So let's see if we can't bait another force with Choke. Ooh, Living Wish. Nothing we can really Living Wish for at this point and still cast everything. So if our opponent doesn't have another force or a trap, the Solitary Confinement should do the job. I haven't lost by decking yet, so. Our opponent does have a counterspell. They have a Lightning Bolt. Interesting. That's good for us. That should be game. Yeah. I mean, next turn, think about it, Van. Next turn, we just Living Wish for an Emrakul. And then we win. Yeah, we're not dead if they have a counter. For sure. Alright, not bad. I really enjoy playing this deck. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't think I'd want to play it in paper, though. It sounds like just as bad as PO.